Shar, and I single-hand my Pacific Seacraft Prelog 34. Come join our adventures on the open sea. Hi everybody, I'm back, but I'm still on the hard at Bock Marine in Beaufort, North Carolina. So today is splash day. I'm kind of like nervous about it, but I'm sure everything will go just fine. So I'm going to turn you around here to show you what we look like hanging in the sling. I had to finish putting the anti-fouling paint, two to three coats underneath the keel. So where it was blocked up, where you couldn't get the paint because it was blocked up. So, and I also went ahead and greased some more into my max prop, make sure it was good and greased before we go in. And so, yep, so here we go. Okay, so she's on the sling, Blue Dancer is. And I had got all the waxing, the compounding, polish, and waxing done. I think she looks pretty good for a 36-year-old boat. Minus a few bumps and bruises along the way. So yeah, so she is swinging right now. And they did the bottom of the keel with that green anti-fouling paint, and so yeah, there she is. There's her canvas. The insert connectors there, open window. You take the cover off and you got a see-through window up there. And I've got a few more things to do on the line. I have to change the oil. Have to make sure that the refrigerator pump will work so I can have refrigeration again. So all that good stuff. I've got my solar panels on now. We'll see if they charge up because I'm not hooked to shore power at the moment. I have a few more lines to get ready up there, and so they all have something to grab on. They're gonna walk me around the dock, and there's Cleena up there complaining as usual. So I'll be glad when I get off the hard because I'm just so afraid she'll fall in or fall on the land here. In the water, she's got a softer landing. So there we are. My boat looks darker because of the oxidization has been polished off and wax applied. So it's not the deepest polishing, cutting compound, but it's good enough for now. And then the brand new painted boot stripe. So we are ready to launch after lunch. Alright, I still have to go up and clean my spreaders. Someone told me not to look up anymore, so I wouldn't see them. Yeah. Oh well, we'll get it done before I leave. I'm going to sit in the dock and wait for a weather window after I get everything else done. And hopefully head down towards Wrightsville Beach, maybe, and on from there. Alrighty. Catch you later. Alright, we are on the move to getting in. So, into the well we go. And Blue Dancer is in the water. Yay! What a great deal. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. A little nerve-wracking, always putting your boat. Hi! It's December 11th, and we're going to make that small window leaving Beaufort to Wrightsville. I don't believe I'll make it to Southport because the southern winds are going to change and it's going to push all that wind and waves on the nose. So we are out in the inlet leaving Beaufort, and so there's Beaufort over that way, the bridge and stuff. And I didn't film getting out because I did not film getting out because I was so nervous about it that I did not feel comfortable about worrying about the GoPro and da-da-da-da. So, but I will have you know, I'm glad I waited for the current to change because it was a piece of cake to get out. And even though it was tight in there, and I had the dock guys come over and just walk my boat back towards the thing, to the end of the dock, and so my prop walk wouldn't interfere with the dock because I prop walked to the port. And so once I got out there, okay, they pushed my bow out, and so once I cleared the dock and the two boats alongside me, away I went. They give me a thumbs up, yay! I was so worked up about that. So yeah, but anyways, we are in the inlet and we're getting ready to make it out into the outside, and I gotta pull up my lines and all that good stuff, so I gotta pay attention. And once I get out here where I'm in a straight line, I can pull everything out. So alrighty, we're in for a cold night. Headed to Wrightsville Beach. Be sure to hit like, and also while you are there, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Sunrise outside of Wrightsville Inlet, the channel. Sun is coming up. That's what I've been waiting for. Whew, and it's cold. It's real cold. I don't think you can see me, but I'm bundled up and freezing. Whew. Yeah, it's pretty cold. There's two other boats that came up behind me, and I let them go by me because they were right on my stern, right on my butt. So I just circled back around and still waiting because it's really not bright enough, but it's starting to get there. It's only about a once you get in the channel, there's a break wall, and then it's like a mile or so to the anchorage where I'm going. So I'm ready to shut down. I am freezing. It's colder now than it was during the night. The sun's coming up. See it on here, but you can see those two other boats there, two sailboats, Outrageous and something else. I don't know, I don't know what the other one was now. If I hit the radar, the green thing, it'll tell me. But yeah, so we got to go up here. See me, I'm behind them. So we're going to be making the turn. I'm going to let them go, because that way I just come in behind them and they can go their speed and I can go mine. I've been in this inlet before, coming out, but in better weather, warmer weather. I was anchored in there. So yeah. So hopefully it won't be too bad, because it's got jetties in there, so it's got break walls. Sometimes they can get a little crazy at the beginning of it. See. Only stayed anchored one night in Wrightsville, and so I am now going through this little narrow area to the ICW. A little tricky in some spots, a little channel that connects you to the ICW from Wrightsville. And then we are headed down to Southport. We're in the ICW right now. I just come out of Shen's Creek and made it through that part that is a little sketchy, which is Shen Creek, from where I was anchored in Wrightsville. And we are headed to Southport. So here we go. Cape Fear River ahead of us. Lots of tugboats down in this section, moving a lot of barges. Remember seeing them on the Mississippi, but only on the Mississippi do you see them 3 or 4 abreast across, and maybe as long as, I don't know, 4 or 5 barges long. So they move big barges in the Mississippi River. Okay, that's the military installation behind us. We've been following alongside of it for a while. Unauthorized water area. Do not go in there. If you go in there, they would probably happily shoot you. Entering those unauthorized waters, you may be looking down the barrel of the gun the wrong way. Yeah. And over here, so we're in the Cape Fear River. We've got about a little over 7 miles to go to Safe Harbor, South Village Harbor Marina, which is in Southport, but it's about a 1.5 miles or so from where you go back into the ICW and heading south. So once you come out into Cape Fear Inlet, that is where we are headed to for this frosty, cold night on Sunday night. It's going to get down to 21 degrees. So I wanted to be on a dock where I can plug in my heat. Okay, we are going to be leaving. I got the motor running. Southport to the outside. So yeah, hi. Good morning. Yeah, so hopefully, I don't know if I'll make it to St. Augustine before the south winds get strong or what's going to happen. So got to make it there by midday. So I'm going to have to do some heavy sailing hopefully on Thursday. So yeah, alrighty, well, here we go. I'll be leaving soon because the dock guy comes down. Will probably walk me down a little bit down here, and I can turn down there or I can turn out here. Maybe just walk down and turn around out here and go that way. Might be the thing to do. So, alrighty, put you on the outside.